Hey everybody, and I'm Uncle Dory here, continuing Monster Month with Ben 10 Destroy All Aliens. This is the final film created for the Ben 10 franchise, created for the original Ben 10 franchise, and actually this didn't even come out around the time that it ended. It actually came out 4 years ago in 2012. Pretty much just to kind of show that Ben could make that leap from 2D animation to 3D animation. Um, And yeah, he can. The aliens look absolutely incredible. They've never looked better. And Gwen and Ben look amazing. I will say that though that maybe it's just me, but Ben's eyelashes are incredibly long. And I should know about long eyelashes considering how everybody says how I have long eyelashes. So, I don't know, it's just the eyes. The eyes seem very feminine to me. Which I get that he's voiced by a woman. He's voiced by Tara Strong, my childhood essentially, and I just find it weird how like he has feminine eyelashes, and the only time in the show that we actually see feminine eyelashes is in the episode Side Effects in season 1 at the very end, the last frame when Gwen ends up getting sick. Ben gives this little smile and kind of like half open eyes, but they seem very girly. His eyes seem very girly in that last frame of that episode. It's the only time in the series that he actually has girly eyelashes, and then there's this. He has girly eyelashes in this as well. It's a little weird. It's a little weird to see, but it doesn't bring the movie down at all. It doesn't bring the movie down at all. The movie is still amazing, and I don't want to say too much about it because it wasn't that popular. It didn't get many views when it aired on TV. Very few people saw it, and even now, whenever I talk to someone about the original Ben 10 series, they have no idea what Destroy All Aliens is. So I don't want to give away too much in case any of you guys have not seen it. Because you really need to watch this film. Like, you can get it online for like $5. Like, that's what I got this for. That's what I got this for. I got it for like $5 for the longest time I was missing it. It was the only thing in my Ben 10 collection that I was missing. I finally got it in the summer this year, and yeah, it's still good. It's still very good. We learn a little bit more about Galvan anatomy. A Galvan is essentially gray matter. We learn a bit more about their anatomy and about how Upgrade was created by them, and we get hints of mana and all that stuff. We get hints of mana readings and all that stuff, and it kind of like, essentially kind of in a way setting up Alien Force. So this takes place months after Ben 10 versus the Negative 10. This takes place months after. And I assume that there was some kind of machine that Max used to wipe out everybody's memories in town. I just assume that that's the case, given how Goodbye and Good Riddance had everybody know about Ben's secret. And then the same thing with the Ben 10 versus Negative 10. Again, everyone knows who Ben is in those last 3 episodes. So I think that Max might have like used some kind of machine, or maybe Gwen used a spell or something to get everybody but them to forget. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So throughout the film, Ben's being chased around by an upgrade. Who is looking for Azimuth, who was supposed to meet Ben up because something is going weird with the watch. It's it's zapping things in the real world and downloading them into its database. And yeah, so they're supposed to meet up with Azimuth to figure out what happened, and then Ben gets chased around all over the world. By this upgrade. Eventually, has to face off against it, and eventually has to face off against an evil way big. Um, and and this and this evil, and that's not a spoiler, by the way. That evil way big shows up in like the first 10 minutes. Like that's really not much of a spoiler. And yeah, so it has a good story. It has a good setup. I do like a lot of the aliens that they chose. I just wish that they could have shown Benwolf, Upchuck, Eye Guy, or Cannonbolt. I would have fine with any of those four. Hell, even Wildvine. Even Wildvine I'd be okay with. Or Ditto. Any of those six. I wanted to see one of those six show up in this 3D animation. Like, imagine how cool those six would look in this type of animation. They would look absolutely amazing. I would absolutely love it if they were in this. Sadly, they're not. They're not even in the deleted scenes or the making of a scene or behind the scenes or anything like that. This is all we get. So that sucks. But for what it is, it's still a fantastic film. It would be my second favorite film. It would be my second favorite film by default, as while I do still have Race Against Time, I do still have a place against it, a place for it in my heart. Destroy All Aliens was just a better put together film. It knew what it was. It knew what it was. It knew what it could do with the animation given to it, and it took full advantage of it. Unlike Race Against Time, who failed to properly show off both Heat Blast and Wild Mutt, two of their four main aliens that they were showing off in the film. Like, for them to not do well with half of the effects, that's inexcusable. This whole thing is like giant. It is like one large, long effect. This whole film, it's all CG and it looks amazing. The aliens have never looked better. But, oh, and Tetrax is also in this film, so you get to see him one last time before he disappears into obscurity completely. But yeah, so that's really all I got for this. I'd probably have more to talk about if I wasn't so damn tired. Like, I've been up since freaking 6 in the morning. I got up real early so that I could record all this shit for you guys. And I am absolutely exhausted. I'm dead tired right now. So that's really all I got for that film. And let's see. I'll also be making videos on my opinions on Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. I'll end up making that video be just one part because there's not much for me to talk about with either of them. So if I made separate videos for both of them, both of those videos would be really short. And then Omniverse, I'll make another video on that. Let's see. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? There is another film, Alien Swarm, but really the only thing it adds in is the wasp alien. I can't remember what it's called. But basically that's the only alien it introduces into the franchise. And it's not that impressive. But yeah, so I've talked about all the films, I've talked about all the seasons, I've talked about the video game. that's actually everything. I got nothing else. But yeah, you can look forward to my reviews of Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse in the near future, as well as the second half of Monster Month being Yu-Gi-Oh. So you guys can look forward to that, and I will see you guys then. All right, take care, everyone.